Hey, it's David. Welcome back to Cross Fitness, helping men and women get in the best spiritual shape of their life, one workout at a time. So we're continuing our series in our thoughts about God, about how am I coping with navigating through a cultural crisis in America as a Christian person. And so I'm just sharing what I'm doing. I'm not saying it's the best way, the only way, or the most perfect way. I'm just saying this is what I'm doing, trying to maintain my victory and my joy in Christ. Okay, so we've been talking about strategies. And strategy number 1 was silence the voices. Strategy number 2 was charge up in the secret place. Strategy number 3 yesterday was connect with the local church. And today, strategy number 4, I'm saying to fortify your faith between the services. Fortify your faith between the services. What am I saying there? Well, what I'm doing is I'm podcasting. I'm listening to audiobooks. I'm watching YouTube channels that are meaningful to me. I'll give you some examples of what I'm doing to just keep continuing to feed on things that are helpful and healthy in a spiritual sense. So I'm listening to, a number of wonderful Bible teachers in between the services. I love the local church. I love my pastor. I'm listen to every sermon and participate in my local church. But, between the services, I have access, and so I'm listening to, GROECHEL Life Church. I'll put the links to what I'm going to mention in the description below on the YouTube channel. But, I listen to that. Very, very encouraging. I also listen to LEVI, LUSKO, Fresh Life Church. I find that to be very, very invigorating for me, particularly if you're a history buff. He tells a lot of stories from history, a great communicator there. Listen to some Alan Jackson, World Outreach Church. He is a tremendous communicator and has some things to say in the current cultural context that I feel are relevant and significant as well. I'm listening to YouTube channels like What Would You Say? That's tremendously helpful to have conversations on controversial issues. They do a superb job on that. What Would You Say is a YouTube channel I listen to several other YouTube channels that I'm following. Listen to some audiobooks. A.W. Tozier, John Bevere, just finished a book by him, Multiply, his latest. There's anything by C.S. Lewis, gobble that up. There's just so many good things out there that you can read. I'm following a John Maxwell podcast, trying to build up my leadership. I'm trying to lead to win with Michael and MICAHEL Miller about leadership as well, productivity. I'm just leaning into, Ministry Men with a Mission. That's another podcast that's fantastic. I have a series of podcasts, particularly since I'm visually impaired. I've had to shift to an auditory learner over the years. And so I'm just taking advantage of the iPhone and the AirPods to get it to go while I'm biking or running or walking or exercising in the weight room and stuff like that. So it costs me like no time to do these things because I'm layering them into my routines and rhythms of life. So anyway, so I'm just telling you and encouraging you that what I'm doing is I'm trying to fortify my faith between the services. I love church. I love the local church and I love the groups that I'm in, but I feel like I can do that to fortify my faith even more because it's going to take more for me to make it through this time that is so discouraging. If you just see what's going on, right? Okay, so there you go. I hope you find that helpful. The links will be in the description below, some of the resources that I mentioned here. I encourage you to check those out. Okay, so for now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, reminding you that I'm always for you. I'm never against you. Take care. See you next video.